Hello, this is a channeled message meant to find you whenever it finds you. So the tarot cards we have for this reading are Ten of Pentacles, the Star, and Temperance. Ooh. Okay, the image in my mind's eye is I see somebody experimenting back and forth on something. And what's important is that nothing is being wasted in this experimentation because they have all the resources they need and they have everything they need in order to perfect this experiment. The way that I'm seeing this is that like whatever resources are being spent, it's not finite. It seems infinite in the sense that the only thing that is limited is your work or what you put into it. So I'm speaking to somebody who has a project that they're working on. It feels kind of large, but it feels like the rate at which you put out is dependent on you, not on like a physical limitation. An example that I would put is, let's say that you're a poet and you want to make a book or a collection of poems, or like you're a playwright and you want to write something. There's technically no shortage of words. The only thing that you have to invest is your time, your energy, and I guess your focus or your willpower regarding this. I see that there is a dream here that you have. One where you know you could reach the next level. Like, how do I say this? It feels like where you are right now, it's already perfectly fine. But there's something that you're creating or investing in that will help you level up and will make you feel more fulfilled. Like right now, you're in a good position because if you follow like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you have your base needs filled. You have food, water, shelter. The next thing is like you're going up the pyramid, and I think right now you're at the point where there's like a creative fulfillment, an urge that needs to be expressed. With the Ten of Pentacles as the first card, I see that like there's just such a sense of security here, and I think that this is Spirit telling you go for it. Specifically that you already have the resources ready, you have the knowledge ready, and you just need to to just do it, but to also just put yourself out there, see what works. With the Star and Temperance, it's interesting because they're both holding two like vessels and containers, and they're both pouring something out. With the Star, the story to me is about an investment. When I interpret this card, specifically the Rider White version, she's pouring water into the earth and into this body of water. And I see this as her investing into both of these two things, because even though right now it seems barren or that she might not have that much, she is pouring the water into the earth so that it becomes fertile and so that she may reap the benefits in the future. And that's going to take some time, especially with Temperance here. This is showing me that this is a trial and error process, and that you have a foot in the right direction. You know, like the next step to take, but it's about taking it one step at a time and not trying to rush the whole thing. I especially see this because in both of these two cards, the person has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot outside of it. It feels like channeling in a way. It feels like whatever this pursuit is, even though it is your own inner voice, there's something that you can channel from, or that you're being encouraged to channel from, whether that's God, source, a deity, spirit, whatever you want to call this. Understand that there's a connection, like a psychic connection here, that you're being asked to lean on or to ask for guidance from. Because when you pursue this creative endeavor, it's as if you're channeling source or channeling this energy and pouring it into your creative work. So we're going to ask for some clarification. Spirit, can you clarify the 10 of Pentacles? Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? All right. So the cards that we have are 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles. That's weird. Okay. So this is, okay, for like a very small number of you, the name Gremory from the Goetia is coming out for me. I keep seeing her sigil like just floating. So maybe that is significant for you, or if you feel compelled to look into the name Gremory or what the faculties of Gremory is. If not, feel free to leave that one behind. Anyways, let's continue moving forward on this. Okay. So, okay, this creative pursuit, I feel like this is something that you've already experienced celebration for. Something that people have told you you're good at and that you know you're good at. And now is the time to like continue doing it or continue like putting it up there. I feel like the positive nudges that you got when people praised you for this, it was like an affirmation. There was a reason why it felt so nice or it felt so correct for you, because there's something, I want to say, like a greater attribute to this. Greater in the sense that you know you could pursue this more, or that there is something more in it for you. With the Knight of Wands here, of all the Knights to me, they represent taking action. And so did I say Knight of Wands? I meant to say Knight of Pentacles. Anyways, the Knight of Pentacles here, the action that he takes is quite slow and deliberate to me. I see that as he moves forward, it's him taking his time on his journey. I feel like he's really just enjoying the journey itself, instead of needing to feel like he has to get to a particular destination. So in the pursuit of this, I think you're being asked to really sit with yourself and think about how it feels to craft this, instead of thinking that you have to have a specific outcome or like an end product or goal. Like, these things are good goalposts, but as you're doing it and when you create it, really reflect on how you feel on the whole process in achieving this. I think that will help. It will help you find the motivation in order to complete this work, or to take it more seriously, or to take it to the next level. So let's see. We'll ask for clarifications on these other two cards. Spirit, can you tell me a bit more about the star? Why is the star here? All right, so the cards we have are Nine of Cups, Ten of Wands, and Ten of Cups. Dang, okay. I see that this creative endeavor, it is something you're very passionate about, and I keep hearing the term like suffer for your art. I don't know to what extent you are literally suffering, or at the very least you feel you are suffering, but I think that a part of you appreciates it already, or you understand like what it takes to create something beautiful. The way that I would describe this is let's say if you were a painter, and a lot of the pain of it feels like trying to paint very fine or precise details. Like it's just the finishing work that's so painstaking. But when you take a step back and you see the whole painting as it is, you're like, wow, every little detail made it worth it. I'm getting that impression from these three cards that we just pulled. The Nine of Cups is implying that you're really like happy with yourself as you pursue this, despite this feeling of burden or heaviness, because it makes you happy, and it feels like there's so much like just pleasure from the completion of this thing. There's also like the sense of progression, because we got the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups plus Ten of Wands, and it just feels like when you look at it, it feels like a masterpiece, or it's something that you're genuinely proud of. But I'm also getting this sense of like a cycle, because there is this essence of trial and error. Like when you're done with the project, you go on to the next adjacent project. Or it's like, it feels like the same artistic faculty, but once you're done celebrating it and feeling proud of it, you move forward to the next thing. I really see this as a refinement process, because you know that the more you do something, the more like output that you have, the more you practice, the better you become at it, and seeing or becoming excited to see what it will be like in the future is another form of motivation that helps push you forward. Because like if you already know that you're good right now, imagine how great you will be like a few months from now, a year from now, a few years from now. The continuous pursuit of it and the consistent effort is what will make this shine. So we'll get some clarifiers for that last card. Spirit, can you tell me why Temperance is here? Why did Temperance show up? I feel like this card wanted to show up. We have the Empress, the Moon, and King of Pentacles. Okay. The first impression is that these two cards are very feminine, or they represent a lot of the feminine aspect of creation. I think that this is asking about inspiration, or like double checking inside of you what inspires you to create this art. So a part of it is like the feeling, but like where do you draw inspiration from? And then also what inspires you to continue moving forward. I feel like I don't know, it's like when you see really good pieces of art or whatever faculty that you're consuming or producing in, it's asking you, what are you consuming that is related to this? So, pardon me. Let's use that example of like poetry again. If say you enjoy poetry or you want to write and become a poet, who are the poets that you look up to? Who are the lyricists that you enjoy? It's why do they inspire you, and like what subject do they speak about that encourages you to do this? And this example is just related to poetry, but it could be any type of art. Think about the people around you who are masters at this thing. I feel like they're represented here by the King of Pentacles. I think that it's becoming your turn to be a leader, but right now you're being asked to sit with yourself, to look around, and to see, who do you look up to, who do you honor. Something about this will help you figure out who you are by contrast of all of them. To be clear, it's not about comparing what you do to what anyone else does. It's about understanding your place among everyone and what distinguishes you from everyone. I think that's partly what this trial and error is about as well. It's about figuring out where your footing is and as what it is you want to say, what it is you want to express to the world around you, just through what you create and what you do. So that's everything I'm seeing for this reading. If this has resonated for you or with you, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear about it. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.